What's good, y'all? Welcome to my review for this week's episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Time it is Unbreakable, and man, another phenomenal, excellent episode this was. Now, unfortunately, Kira was not on this episode, which got stuck, because after he, finally made his debut last week, I was hoping that he might have a much bigger role and make appearances, maybe make an appearance in every episode, because, man, do I want to keep hearing this. I love this man's voice in his now. I actually found this out when I was watching like a video on YouTube of just rewatching this part that was up on YouTube. And someone in the comments actually commented that in the Japanese audio, he is voiced by Sephiroth. The Japanese voice actor for Sephiroth voices Kira in the Japanese version of Time is Unbreakable. But in the English dub, he is voiced by Albert Wesker from the Resident Evil franchise. I love the Kira in both dubs is voiced by some of the biggest baddies in, all of gaming. We got, on the Japan side, you got Sephiroth. On the Western side, we got Resident Evil. Granted, I know Western Evil's still Japanese, and that's done by Capcom, Square Enix, and, Final Fantasy done by Square Enix, which is also Japanese, but I'm not sure how much more popular Resi is more popular in Japan, but a lot of people know what Albert Wesker. Like, he's a big guy, and I'm pretty sure he's like a white dude anyway. So it's nice to know that he's like, but oh my god, this dude's voice, like, and even then, everybody was talking like, I come to this man's voice, I love his voice. Like, everyone was like, I get an erection from this man's voice, and I won't lie, God, I love the man's voice. It's I don't know how to describe it. Just the voice is just so perfect. I don't know how to describe it, but I just love Kira's voice in English dub is absolute perfection. So, let's get into this week's episode of JoJo's Bizarre Time is Unbreakable. So, we start the episode off. We got Joseph. We started off actually with Koichi. Koichi doesn't have much of a role in this episode. This is all he gets, as well as there's like a little cameo he gets around the middle part of the episode, but that's about it for Kira. Or not Kira, for Koichi. So he's like, and this is pretty recapping what we learned last year about, about Morio, and how, there's been a killer on the loose, but nobody cares. Kira's been killing people left and right. We even see a little bit of, crap, I am forgetting her name. I forget her name. Why do I forget this girl's name? The girl with the pink hair. That's dead. I like, her name is slipping my mind. I do not know why it slipped my mind. I loved her. But whatever. I'm terrible with names anyway. So, we see like a little silver, like ghostly, and she just kind of just sitting there, She's just sitting there. Koichi's just talking about, everything. We get this little shot of Rohan. We see a little bit of Rohan. He is just, he's still at what's her name's grave. He's just sitting there, paying his respects and all that stuff where we left off last week. And so, then right after that, we get a little recap of what happened last week. We get right back to our boy Josuke, and the man, he's checking his bank account, see how much money he has left. Remy was her name. That's what her name was, Remy. How could I forget Remy? Like Sam Raimi. Anyway, so we get to Josuke. He's checking his bank account. We find the man only has 245 yen to his name, which isn't really that much. I think that's like $2 some odd, I think, in US, if my memory serves me correct. The man has barely any money to his name. Barely any money. And he's like, what? What the hell happened to all the money I had? I think he said he had like 20,000 yen. 20,000 yen in his savings I was going to use to get some designer shoes. Like, bro, why are you wasting money on design shoes? Just get yourself some Jordans, some like LeBrons, and you're good. Just get yourself some of those. They're better than those designer Gucci shoes. Fuck them. Fuck those shoes. Just get some Jordan, get some nice Jordan. To hell, get some good Nike. You can get some decent Nike shoes. Here, my talk giving the man shoes recommendation, but yeah. So he's like, and so we find out that's that's all Geezer's fault. He's the one that spent over 100,000 yen on the babies. Where we find out that actually, yes, Joseph did actually repay him completely in full, which, good on him, good on you, Joseph, because I was wondering, did he actually ever pay him back, or did he just leave him empty-handed? Because it was never really explained whether or not that happened after that episode. But we now know that, indeed, Joseph did pay back Josuke in full, which, thank you, Joseph, thank you, man. And so after that he got hit with a mysterious spending bug, and I guess he just spent all his money uncontrollably with all those massive funds and with all that green in his bank account. So he just probably just spent on random shit. I don't know, maybe got some video games or whatever. But he didn't get them those designer shoes he wanted. Whatever they were, but they were like Gucci or something. Anyway, so right after that, we see this little creature thing coming out underneath. I believe it was beneath an ATM carrying like a 1 yen coin, and starts running away from it. Then we got Josuke. He starts giving chase. We don't actually know why he's giving chase. I think it just I forgot the exact reason actually why he was giving chase, if there was even a reason to do it. But anyway. So he's giving chase, he's like, come back here, and then we see another one. And then we see Okuyasu sprinting towards it, acting like, I'm going to squash that thing, I'm going to squash you to death! And Josuke's like, hey Okuyasu, well, how's it hanging, brother? He's like, oh yeah, you were following one of them too? Yeah, man. They took a 1 yen coin and started running off. And it was like, okay, did it attack you? Did it steal it? No. Then why the hell are you chasing it? It ranted about killing it. Because it made me spill this. I forget what the drink was. I think it was some water. Some like expensive. I don't think it was mineral water or anything, but it was like, I think it was some type of water. And it's like, he made me spill my drink, so I'm like, and I want my buddy back, and they start chasing. Then we see a third one, and when I saw a third one, I legit thought Koichi was going to come up there, and he was going to be chasing it down it too, but no, Koichi is nowhere to be seen here. Another one comes out, and a bunch more, and they're all completely ignoring Koichi, while I was saying, I got it. So they run off, and so they keep giving chase and things. So when they meet up until they're like in this little like abandoned like in this forest kind of area about where this house is, and then we see this fat midget. There's a little middle school kid with like has spikes on his head, he's like, so we find he's a stand user, and he finds Josuke and Okuyasu, and it's like, hiya! And we find out the dude's name is like, oh yeah, our names are called stands, and they explain stands and everything, like, oh my god, my first friends. Okay, now I might get some shit for this, but I do not like this dweeb. This kid is such a dweeb. I don't like him. I don't hate him, but I just don't like him. I just don't like his character. Now, granted, this dude could grow on me, but his overall personality and everything, I don't like him. I'm sorry, guys. I love JoJo, but this guy, I don't like him, but I think that was done on purpose. I think if Rocky purposely did that on purpose. So if he did, congrats, Rocky. You got me. But I just don't like this dweeb. I just don't. I don't like him. And so he goes on, like, my name is Shigeki, I weigh 110 kilograms, which is actually 240 pounds. The dude looks like he weighs like 300. Like, the dude weighs like 240 in pounds, but yet I look at him, the dude looks like he weighs 300. Maybe that's because he's so short. And so then he goes on about, like, I'm not a robber. Nothing pisses me off more than, stealing. And, I've already talked to the cops. This is all completely legal and everything. Like, every time this dude's on screen, I don't know. He just rubs me the wrong way. Every time I see this kid while I'm watching this episode, that kid just rubbed me the wrong way. He just did, but that was probably done on purpose by Araki. So, yeah. Anyway, so they explain to and then the dude starts like, and then Okuyasu. We find out that the dude actually has, he's been doing this for, we don't actually know how long he's been doing this, but we find out that throughout the time he has been doing it, he has gathered up towards, I believe the number was 120,000 yen, if I remember correctly. And Josuke Okuyasu's like, wait, what? I only got 245, and then here you are rolling it in. And, Another thing we learned, we see right before Okuyasu, and we actually see like a picture of his mom, which and Okuyasu comments like, "Holy shit, your mom's actually really pleased on that." Which I see the picture, I'm like, yeah, definitely a far cry from her son. And like, I don't even know why this dude even has spikes on his head. Like, how is that even physically possible? Whatever the case may be. So So back to where I was. So Okuyasu like just kind of like sneakily like starts moving backwards while he doesn't really move his left leg, and he's just moving backwards. And then Josuke catches on the stage like, Okuyasu, bro, what are you doing over there? He's like, oh, how did 350 yen appear under my foot? You wouldn't think this was Shigeki stash, would you? And she's like, ugh. And then Shigeki offers like, here, take half. And they're like, wait, what? And then he's like, okay, fine, I'll put my back into it this time. And then he has like 2 of these jars that are full with coins. And he just like throws a scrunch up his face. And Josuke's like, just because you scrunch up your face and offer more doesn't make it right. And Okuyasu grabs Josuke. He's like, excuse me for a moment, Shigeki. And Okuyasu's like telling like, hey man, the kid's offering us his money. Why we should take it? You know, he's offering. And Josuke's like, nah, man, he's just a kid. He's like, my pride won't let me. And then so they don't end up doing it. And Josuke said, nah, man, we can't take your money. We can't take your hard-earned money. And so then we see them on a bench, and where Josuke tells them, like, you offering us that man was like, you trying to buy our friendship, like he's the $1 million man over there trying to buy someone, as he said, everybody has a price. Old WWE references. Whatever. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. So, and it's like, oh no, I want to try to do that and everything. He's like, and Josuke's like, relax, I know you weren't. But that's kind of how it comes off with you, offering us your money. But he's kind of right. He's kind of right about that. And actually, no, I don't think I mentioned this earlier, but in case I didn't, we also find out the dude's actually he's only an 8th grader. He's only an 8th grader. He's still just a kid. The man is, you can tell this kid's very naive and, very innocent. The dude's offering his money because, he thinks that's what friends are for. You offer each other money, yada, yada, yada. But, like I said, the kid's very innocent, and we also see, right before we get to where Shigeki's offering them money. Josuke actually brings up an interesting point on what he's doing, and actually how it's a good thing. He says that because that what you're doing is taking forgotten money and putting it back in the Japanese economy, which I was like, man, you're actually low-key kind of right about that. So I'll give you due props for that. What he is, he's right. He's saying he's taking back forgotten money, and he is putting it back in the Chinese economy. But I thought that was like an interesting point. I was like, oh yeah, you're low-key kind of right about that, Josuke. And Okuyasu says that calls him a freaking genius for what he's doing. He's also got jealous of the fact that his dad could do this, 5 straight money all over the place and bring it back to him. And the dude, you got Shigeki be like, I'm sorry, did I hear you right, or did you say I'm a freaking genius? The dude starts crying and everything. It's just, yeah. I'm just gonna leave it at that with Shigeki. I'm just gonna leave it at that with Shigeki. So anyway, and so they're on their bench. That's when Josuke tells them about was no different from you just trying to buy our friendship. And I really I like the music here. It was nice little piano piece there. Nice little calm music they had right here. And I liked how Josuke actually talked to the kid. I did the overall interactions where he's trying to tell him, hey man, I get what you're trying to do, but don't do it. I like the way how Josuke interacted with him in that scene. I thought that was a pretty cool scene overall. So anyway. And Josuke actually tells us that, friendship is a bond that you grow over time, which, he's very much right on that. And so when he thinks to build up their bond, it's a nice little team building moment. They're like, why don't we invest into a little business venture he has planned up? And Okuyasu's like, what is this business venture you talking about? Is this even legal? He's like, relax, bro, this is completely legal. Nobody's gonna get hurt. No, nothing. And Shigeki's like, oh yeah, I like the sound of that. Yeah. So we like the sound of that. And Koichi. Okuya. So Josuke goes in a little bit more detail about his plans. And he says that, he shows out this stamp, and he goes on with, I don't even know really what to call these things, stamps or this comes up as some collectible card game, like it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Or something, like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon or something. And so he picks up this stamp from this department store, and it says you can get some cash back from these if you get enough of them. It seems like, and Okuya's like, I see where you're going now, and I'm all in. And so they're all in. So he goes on about these other little cards or stamps. I don't even know what to call them. These little cards or stamp things, and if you find out them, you can get cash back for them. So so this is Josuke's get rich quick scheme, and so Shigeki sends out Harvest, which is the name of the stand. I'm assuming it's probably another musical reference because I know all the other stands are have some musical reference inside them. It's like Mega Man up in here, where everything is based off somewhere everything has a music reference to it. Anyway, so Harvest is said running. They go looking around for the stamps and everything. They find them, and Josuke. Oh my god, I loved the art animation. David Productions, y'all did an amazing job here. And so they're going on like, yeah, look at all this I've lost, Cal. And Josuke's like, we're gonna be so rich. And Okuyasu says like, so Josuke, what did you say about your pride? He's like, everyone's gonna be so happy, so who cares? Now, I think what Okuyasu's referring to that is, let's be honest, Josuke and Okuyasu are probably low-key just using Shigeki just so this get-rich-quick scheme actually works. Now, I think Josuke is trying to also be nice to him, maybe try to start a bomb with this kid, but at the same time I'm thinking that he's probably just using him just to get here. Whether or not that's the case remains to be seen. So they go over to the bank to redeem this shit, get and make that paper. Where we then get another show where we get another part with Koichi, and Koichi's like sees Okuyasu, he's like, hey Koichi, and he's like, hey Okuyasu, how's it hanging, dude? And they don't even hear him, then I guess now Koichi has a spider sense, or Yukiko sense, because he looks behind him and there's Yukiko hiding behind some pillar in a building, and he's like, and immediately starts running away. And then when we see Yukiko, she isn't pissed, she isn't angry, she just looks sad. Now, her hair has also come completely back to normal. It's because, remember, last time we saw her hair went completely gray, and she also half got chopped off. It's grown back, and it's also black again. So, either A, Araki just completely forgot about keeping it white, or B, she dyed it. Or C, maybe she's wearing a wig. I don't know. I think she probably just dyed it and grew it back. Is probably what happened. So it looks like Yukiko's probably going to, and also we've seen this in the OP, Yukiko's looks like she's going to have a much bigger role in Diamond is Unbreakable, and who knows? For all I know, and also there's this little photo of all of them in the OP. That for all I know, who knows? Maybe by the end of the series, Koichi and Yukiko start dating. I don't know. Am I against it? It'll have to be waiting to be seen to see if we see more, because I know she's got a much bigger role in this arc, judging from the fact how much she was in the OP. So wherever that goes, that goes. So Josuke comes back, and the actual stamps for the department store didn't really work, but some of the other stuff managed to do, and they got about I believe it was like 200,000 yen. Like, it was like 220,000. It was somewhere around the range. It was a lot of fucking money. And I looked it up no. I think it was something else. There's something else I actually looked up for what the actual currency was in US. So they get the money, and and Shigeki actually screws over Josuke and Okuyasu out of their money, because they agreed that it would be a 50-50 split, that each of them would get 50% of the profits. So Okuyasu and Josuke would get 50% of the profits, and the other 50% would go to Shigeki. But Shigeki's like, he just gives him, like, I think it was like 20,000 yen, like a 20,000 yen bill he gave him, and the rest he kept to himself. And I like the way Josuke actually talked about it, where he said, the kid still, like, the kid still has the mindset of a kid, because he's only in 8th grade. He's still just a kid. So anything that we say or do just comes out as like we're trying to steal him out, trying to steal his money, trying to take his money from him. And so they think of another plan to look for lottery tickets. They find another plan to look for lottery tickets, and if they win, they get all the profits to themselves. So Okuyasu starts looking in the garbage to find lottery tickets, because a lot of people do throw away the lotteries when they don't even know that they could have actually gotten the winning number. And Okuyasu has this book with like the winning lottery tickets, with the winning lottery numbers, and Okuyasu managed to find one of the winning ones. And, everyone's losing shit. Okuyasu's like, okay, Okuyasu's losing it. Josuke is shot. He's like, okay, wait a minute. Let me look at this. Let's make sure, you actually got the right way ticket. He looks at the numbers, and they're the exact same. And so everyone starts celebrating. And the actual money they got, if my memory serves me correct, it was about 500,000 yen, I think was what they won. And I did the conversions, what that meant USD. That came out to, if memory serves me correct, about two grand. It was about 2 grand it came out to. Which I was like, whoa, 2 grand? Whoa. Man, you can get a lot with 2 grand. And then you got little Shigeki being like, motherfuckers, you're stealing my money. I'm the one that's doing all the heavy lifting here. Fuck you. And that's when the episode ends with Shigeki feeling is a bit pissed off and feel like he's been screwed over a bit here. So could it be that next week we end, because this is a 2-part episode because he has part 1 the title of this week's episode, that next time we could see Josuke and Okuyasu versus Shigeki? Could that be that could happen next week? I'm definitely curious what's gonna happen next week. But yeah, next week's gonna be interesting. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing it. Hopefully then we might see a little bit more Akira. Because oh my god, do I want to see so much? I want to see more Akira. Maybe some more Rohan too. Throw him in there. But yeah, guys. So overall, I give this week's episode a 10 out of 10. Again, love this week's episode. The stuff with them getting with the whole getting rich quick scheme. That was not my favorite part of the episode. I love that part. That was just amazing to watch. So yeah, overall love, and I really dig. I don't like the whole scene where Josuke was talking to him with Shigeki on the bench. I love that whole scene. The Josuke's English voice actor did an amazing job there. So yeah. So hope you all enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter if you feel like it. Links down in the description box below. As always, come back for more. See you guys next time.